かこの辺だよね。ここら辺なような気すんだけど。
ここですね。
ええ。
じゃあ
ちょっとその番号が。いた。Are you Mr. George Romero?
Yes, how are you?
I'm Yoichi, director of the festival.
Nice to see you. It's Christine.
Very nice to meet you.
Hello.
Yeah,
Nice to see you.
And Takahashi.
How do you do? Nice to meet you. Come on in.
Hello. Nice to see you. Come in. You're tired from the travel.
No, not to travel.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Lots of memorabilia here.
Yeah.
All the movies and
Oh, many pictures.
Yeah.
Ah.
Many things. I don't know if you. Look, this is from Dawn of the Dead.
Yes,
That's one of
yeah.
Production
This is
shot.
Zombie in
Oh.
New York. In New York, the opening.
Yeah.
These are our friends, Barbara and Cletus. They design,
Yeah.
All the movies
design
from
all
right
the
here.
things.
Yeah.
This is our daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is our boy.
Yeah.
He got a job modeling when he was a baby from a magazine.
A clip show?
Creep Show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Fluffy in Creep
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah.
And Creep Show. Christine with
Yeah. And
Yes.
me with Ted Danson.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's Ted Danson.
let's
Yeah.
see. This is Day of the Dead.
Hey, Day of the Dead.
Yeah,
Yes,
Tina
yes,
was
yes,
just a
yes,
baby.
yes, yes.
And
This
Night
is,
Riders.
George Stark, Timothy Hutton in
Yes.
Amy Madigan. Dark Hat.
Dark Hat. Yes.
and this is Ted Danson and Leslie Nielsen.
Yes.
Creep
yes.
Show also.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
Creep Show. Christine was in small scene in Creep Show with
Okay.
Adrienne.
Yeah.
That was
Adrienne Barbeau.
Adrienne
She's now very
in
close
Pittsburgh
to
with
Yeah, yeah.
John Carpenter.
Oh, Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And this is the family portrait from Night of the Living Dead. It's the whole cast and crew in the original Night of the Living Dead. That's the crew. That's the entire crew. Everybody that worked on the movie is right there. That was it. And cast.
And George?
Me? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice guy.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it. This is the crate in Creep Show.
Ah! 怪物入っちゃダメだよ。どうも本当に時間取っていただいてありがとうございます。日本のファンがあなたが来てくれたら一番喜ぶんですけども、なんか新しい仕事の作品の準備に入ったということで、まずその作品がどういう作品の準備に取り掛かったのか、それからお聞きしたいと思います。
We're shooting two projects right now.
Yeah.
One is a ghost story for MGM called Before I Wake. And I don't know if that title translates. It's a phrase from a prayer, a children's prayer that you say when you go to sleep. And also for Universal, a remake of The Mummy. Yeah. So right now, I just yesterday finished the script. I just mailed it today, and now we have to begin casting and so forth. So in other words, I'm working for the studio. So they insist that I stay here, and because we have to have meetings with casting agents and so forth. When we made the film, there was co-financing. In other words, some of the money came from United States, private investors, and some of the money came through Dario Argento, and it was Italian money. And when they negotiated the deal, they had different rights, and the Italian companies had the rights to change the film in non-English language countries. And the American investors had the rights to all the English language world. In other words, United States, UK, the rest of the English-speaking world, Australia. Now, we had first the long version, this version that you're going to show. Then the distributor here wanted to make some changes, some little changes. It was not much, because we didn't have to rate the picture here. He put the movie out with no rating. So we made just some little changes for the US version. So that's version number 2.
Number 2.
Then Dario made cuts for the European, the non-English language version. He made several cuts of mostly dialogue. He didn't cut very much of the violence or the blood. He just made some cuts from, he thought was his sensibility. Also, we had different music. His music was all goblin.
Yes.
And in the English version, I used some goblin and some library tracks. So the Dario's version was the other version. Then we had censors cut it in England and I think Canada, the Nordic countries, Finland, Sweden. It took a long time to get in there. So I think there's probably 5 or 6 versions. The only ones that I cut with my hands were the one you're going to show and the original American release version. So those are the 2 that I actually, I did the work.
よかった。
It took a long time. But it was not just weekends. We shot whenever we could, but everyone was pretty much volunteer, We had a little bit of pay for the actors, but all of the production crew we were all the investors, and we had other jobs. So we would work whenever we could, not just, not just on weekends, but we had a few weeks when we would shoot every day. But it took a long time. Then we finished, and then we had to buy more film, and so we went away. We'd do a job for somebody, get some money, go buy some film. Then we looked at the movie, and then we wanted to make it stronger, and so we went back in the winter time and shot some more. That's really why it took so long. You can see some of the sequences in the winter time because you see the breath coming. Zombies are not supposed to be warm-blooded. I don't think they should have breath in the cold, but some of the zombies do.
So actually, you did shoot in a weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Weekdays too.
Weekdays too. Yeah. Oh yeah, we shot whenever we could. I don't feel bad, no, because I love the genre. I've always loved it from when I was a boy. I loved it, and so I don't feel bad. I feel great about being able to be part of it. And now making a mummy movie, I used to see those mummy movies when I was a kid, so I feel great about it. I'd like to make other kinds of films. I think everyone who wants to make films wants to make many kinds of films. But there's the economic reality, if somebody buys tickets, then they'll give you the money to make a movie, but when they want to hire you for what they want from you. So maybe someday I'll take a chance. Right now, I think particularly right now, I have a family with young children and so forth, so I have to think about them. I can't take a gamble or a risk and and go and make a little movie with my own money or something like that. But I think maybe someday I probably would.
Yes.
We have been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
We worked together on many projects. Some I never got to make. I worked for years on The Stand, on Pet Cemetery, on several other projects that I didn't get to make because I was working on something else, and then they were so. We've always tried to work together, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. You know, the financing doesn't come soon or whatever. They started to shoot The Stand. I was working on the doc half. They started to shoot Pet Cemetery. I was working on Monkey Shine. So that's what happened. They fell apart. But Steve and I are still very close friends. Our families know each other. He lives in Maine, and he's another guy that stays away from the studios. And I live in Pittsburgh in Florida, and so we see each other, you know, whenever we can in New York, in Florida, L.A., and we've managed to stay very good friends. Well, it's very difficult now to make small films because, first of all, there are many people invested in small films in the past and never got a fair return. And there are no more small distributors. All the distributors are the majors now. Very difficult to get screens, to get theaters in this country, to get international distribution unless you have a big distributor.
Yes.
We were very lucky when we made Dawn of the Dead, when we made Night Riders, Creepshow. Even Creepshow was originally financed by the same man that financed the Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead and Night Riders, Salah Hassanin, United Artists Theaters, which was not United Artists Studio. It was a separate company.
Yes.
Now, even that company is gone. So there are no more independents who can invest in any substantial way in certain kinds of film. There are companies like Miramax, like New Line, but they have a very specific kind of thinking in terms of what they want to do. So, it's really a matter of survival. In this country, you have to work with the studios because that's who has the money. As I say, someday, I hope, when, the kids, I know that the children are safe and educated, and all of that is finished, I think I'd love to go back to making some very, very small films because the environment is much healthier. You have control. You don't have to worry about a committee of people who are asking you to do things a certain way. I love it. I love to work. When you have more money, it's always more difficult. Money does not buy control. It just buys problems. An inspiration for those movies, I don't know. I was always interested in the character. I always enjoyed zombies. I thought they were the blue collar monsters. They were the monsters that didn't have they had no power, and so I was always fascinated by that. Then Richard Matheson book, I Am Legend, was called. I think that's probably what gave me the idea. This book was made a couple of times into movies, but I didn't think they were very good. One was pretty good with Vincent Price, The Last Man on Earth. I don't know if you had this film. I don't know if it was in Japan a popular film or not. Also, The Omega Man was based on I Am Legend. But those two ideas, I think I just put them together. I took something from the Matheson's book, and then the idea that the zombies were always the workers. They were the guys that did the work. Meantime, Lugosi was in the castle and collecting all the dough, and I always thought that the poor zombies were the the most downtrodden of the monsters, and so that's where the idea originally came from, almost as a humor, as a funny idea. Then I started to think of it as more of an allegory. And really, the films there's a little bit of conceit there. The first film was 1968, which was a very particular time in American culture. America is where we were angry. We were going through political change. These assassinations of Kennedy and Martin Luther King, and it was just a certain kind of a very dark time with a lot of hope. But meanwhile, it was very dark. So I think the first film probably reflects that. And I got to liking this idea. The second film was in the 70s, and in the 70s here we were just dancing, we were just having a good time. And I think that the Zombie, Dawn of the Dead, it reflects that. It's very bawdy, it's very comic book, splashy colors, and it's very different tone than Night of the Living Dead. And then the next one, Day of the Dead, was in the 80s, and so I think what I was trying to do is just reflect the different attitudes of the times there. And in the 80s, things were kind of gloomy again, but everybody was getting rich in the 80s, but only a certain few, and it was still a pretty dark time despite all that. So I think the three films maybe reflect those times. So I actually am now starting to think maybe we need to make one for the 90s. I don't know, I haven't figured out what the 90s are yet. Well, I'd love to, first of all, I must apologize because I was looking forward to going. I wanted to go there. I'd love to be at the festival, but I also love to see your country, and I have much love for my fans there, and I know that my films have been well received there, and I really have a couple of other times before and now I've wanted to go, and this time I just couldn't do anything about it. There's a boss, I have to go to work, so I'm sorry. But next year, if you invite me again, I definitely will do everything that I can. I'll definitely be there. I'll make a promise to be there.
Okay. Well, thank you, George, and
Thank you.
luck, and
Thank you very much.
Come to Japan, okay?
Thank you for coming here. You have to travel. I'd love to. I will.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.